I'd like to ask you a few questions. Would you follow me, please?
Customs and Border Protection agents do have a right to search your bags, ask you questions to verify your identity, and to ensure you're not bringing prohibited items into the United States. But what happens when the search and questioning go beyond the scope, and you're being asked detailed information about loved ones overseas or about your religious or political views? What can you do? We know it's impractical to ask for a lawyer at the airport, so here's what you should remember the next time you travel overseas. Number one, be prepared, especially if you've been questioned in the past. Pack knowing that anything you have with you could be searched and even seized, including digital cameras, cell phones, laptops, and address books. Back up your files before you leave. Make sure your family or friends have your exact arrival information. If you're a non-citizen, keep in mind that you could be denied entry, so consider talking to an immigration attorney before you leave. Number two, ask why you're being selected for additional questioning or searches. Racial or religious profiling is improper, but agents do question people traveling from high security risk countries. If you feel you're being treated unfairly, stay cool and ask to speak with the supervisor, firmly but politely. Number three, if agents ask about your religious practice or political views, calmly state that you don't think these are appropriate questions. Ask for a supervisor and repeat that you're willing to answer questions about your identity and whereabouts, but that religious and political beliefs are protected under the First Amendment of our Constitution. Finally, keep a record of what's happening. Ask if any of your files have been duplicated and get a receipt for any property that's seized. Also, write down the names, departments, and badge numbers of each agent who questioned you or searched your belongings so that you can file a complaint later if necessary. Now, let's watch the Khans try that again.
Mr. Khan, are you carrying any fruits, vegetables, or any other prohibited items into the country?
No, not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. In your hometown of, Houston, which mosque do you attend?
Sir, I'm a U.S. citizen. I've given you my passport, and I don't understand why we're being held. And quite frankly, I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Have you donated to any overseas charities?
Again, sir, I'm more than happy to answer questions about who I am and where I've come from. But, asking me questions about my religious beliefs, I'm kind of uncomfortable with that.
Okay.
It's been a long flight, and we've been waiting here for hours. I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
Mr. Khan, my supervisor's not available, but I will need to inspect your phone, your SIM card, and I need the password to your laptop. So if you would, could you please give me the password and pass those items to me as soon as possible?
First, I'd like your name and your supervisor's name, and the name of the person who's going to be with my property when it's out of my sight.
For more information on how to protect yourself, find a lawyer, report abusive behavior, or to share your story with us, go to www.muslimadvocates.org.